Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I know that it's not a revelation by now, but from a while you can watch videos on YouTube in 60 frames per second. If you want your video to be in 60 frames per second, all you need to do is to render your video in at least 60 frames per second, not 59.94, but exact 60 frames or more, if you like. So make sure to put a custom number there. Calm your tits, man. Just because it's there doesn't mean I have to use it ASAP. The thing is, I'm a console gamer. It's just the way I roll. And because of that, I need a new PVR. The one I use, Elgato, can only do 1080p 30 frames per second or 720p 60 frames per second, which is not ideal. To fix that problem, I will need to buy a new PVR like Elgato HD60, which I eventually will, but there are some minor problems with it right now, like when you want to use it to stream, although since I won't sell my old Elgato, it's not a big deal. Besides, Elgato HD60 have only HDMI input, so I need my old Elgato if I want to record something from PS1 or PS2, for example. But that's just one side of the story. Recently I've been crazy about getting retro games like physical premiere editions of PlayStation 1 games. Not only I want to expand my collection, but I also have this cool idea for a video which requires a lot of time, effort and money. I won't say all the details about it, I probably could do that later, but there's actually a bigger problem. I know that you don't give them, but my daughter has some health problems which are quite serious. For a couple of months she's having otoris media with effusion, and apparently it's due to pneumococci, so she will need a vaccine which is quite expensive, but before she can get one she will need once again a medical treatment for the otoris media with effusion, which she has like third time in a row. So she's basically sick 3 months straight, and to me that is just a priority. I just don't want her to have a hearing problems. Well, I'm not gonna talk about all the details. Well, it's not like you even need to hear all that, nor that you give a damn, but I do. All I'm saying is that real life comes first, and since I have to work, because not every content creator have that luxury to live from YouTube, I don't have that much time to make videos or even make those I want to make, because I need a proper gameplay for them and stuff like that. But I am trying to make at least 1 or even 2 videos every week. And you might think that it's easy to make 1 video every week, but I'm a perfectionist, so it's actually harder, because even a small detail can drive me crazy, and I will just have to re-render or remake the whole damn video just because there was a small detail that I don't like. So when I'm gonna get a brand new Elgato HD60 and start uploading in 60 frames per second? Most likely in a few months, because not every browser can use that feature yet, and Elgato's HD60 software still needs some patching to make it more stable and stuff. Besides, not every game I play is in 60 frames per second, so even if I record in 60 frames per second and the game itself is in 30 frames per second, frames will be doubled and the video will look like in 30 frames per second. Anyway, speaking of other games, and by the way, there's gonna be some Battlefield gameplay clips, probably random, well, we're gonna see, maybe some clusterfuck, maybe some air superiority and shit like that, you know, just random clips for your viewing pleasure. Where was I? Oh yeah, other games. I was planning to make some streams with facecam and stuff like that of some PS1 games and some horror games. It's been a while since the last time I played a horror game. Nothing's better than good old jump scare. Something scares the crap out of you and you laugh because that was freaking awesome. Your heart is pounding, the adrenaline rush. I love it! For example, I have Resident Evil 2, which is freaking awesome, but I never had a chance to play the first one or the third one, so yeah, especially since I will be getting at least the third one. If you are interested in some cool cool retro games, come visit my Twitch from time to time and say hi and shit like that, or at least watch highlights from it. That would mean a lot to me. Well, it's not like I'm gonna stream just the old crap. I'm also gonna stream new games and shit, which reminds me, as you probably know, or at least if you are a PS4 owner, there is a brand new feature, SharePlay, which allow you to pass down the controller to your friend for an hour. So if you will see me playing on PS4 a game that you'd like to try, then hey, be my guest. The thing is, Sony claims that it works with every game, whether the publisher likes it or not, but apparently there are at least 14 games that can block that feature, including big titles like Minecraft or Call of Duty. So that's a bummer. Is that a problem to me? Fuck no! First of all, I don't care about COD, and second, even being able to share play with just one game is cool. Although, the problem I see here has a bit different nature. They are trying to make gaming a social experience, but what we're getting is opposite effect, because instead of going out, visiting your friend, sitting on his couch and shit like that, you sit alone in your room. Does that sound social to you? What kids these days do is sitting in front of their monitors. Hell, a couple can walk together side by side, and instead of talking with each other, they do that through their smartphones via Facebook. Now that is pathetic. It still is, even if they are talking with someone else. I saw that on my own eyes. Anyway guys, share your thoughts. What do you think about 60 frames per second videos on YouTube? What do you think about SharePlay? If you have a PS4, will you use it, or are you using it already? Stuff like that. So rate, comment, possibly subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.